On the other hand, you have my friend and colleague, Bola, and we're debating about drugs. That's the focus of the discussion. Drugs, his resume, what school did he go, who are his classmates. Interestingly, there's a new documentary that has been produced. It's titled The Nation Builder, and it's on Bola Tinubu. His years in Chicago, his exploits, what a wonderful student he was. Fine. My disagreement is that my photograph as a 12-year-old is used as his photograph, right? As his photograph as a young person. In other words, they couldn't find a photograph of him as a young person, and they now take my own photograph and took the 12 years old in Sokoto. When I don't know if you've seen the photograph. I have it on my phone. I'll send it around. And there I was in Sokoto posting, and now Bola adopted. I don't know if I can get some justice on this, but I feel very pained that poise that I had at a 12-year-old is now being used for political end. But it just shows that the level of debate, right, has really come so low, right?
Within the society, it's a very simple thing. It's the cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. Simple. It's by the choices you make. What differentiates a successful nation and a failed one is the choices you make, your priorities. Are you investing in the critical areas of development, health, education, and pulling your people out of poverty? Are you doing the right thing? It's a simple thing.
Well, I think Ike is a damn good writer. He's provoked some conversation. We think and reason it. But I think the most important thing they said, and I think others who are there also have to learn, is that for you to build sustainable long parties, you have to have the discipline to stay to build your party. You cannot be the ones who hop from one platform to the other and then still be the same one who wonder why you're not building political parties that last. All of those parties that have lasted so many years, they lasted so many years because whatever the situation that they were enduring or they were facing, they understood that the responsibility of leaders is to build, to reform, to stand and repair in view that they are building a platform that can be passed on. Almost every other country in the world, their parties are 100 years and over. We cannot be a nation that insists that every election season you need a new platform.
Hello, thank you for joining me today on Estate Media. So let me give you a breakdown of what is happening. And I'm going to start off with the videos that you just watched. I hope you weren't surprised as to they were not aligning. So you know that the obedience and the Batified, there is a back and forth, right, as to bring out past receipts or previous receipts of your beloved principal. So they were like, this PeterObi you guys are packaging together. Well, when he was a governor of Anambra State, he wasn't as efficient as you guys are packaging him to be. They complained that there was no infrastructure, there was insecurity, there were complaints that also the people did not really enjoy his administration, and that the very people who condemned PeterObi are the same ones who are hailing him. So they started bringing out past receipts of tweets at the time of several complaints about PeterObi's administration as the former governor of Anambra State for 8 years. I also want you to remember that in the administration of PeterObi, he was impeached twice. It was that bad. They didn't like him. And so, when you're fighting a system and the system is saying, we wouldn't let you, you won't come and shortchange us. Well, they did it twice. I will just say that PeterObi was lucky to have Yaradua and Ambassador who were not literally stifling opposition at the time. They allowed the process of the court to reflect in how things were done back in the days. I will now refer to that as back in the days because right now, the way the court system is, trust me, if you know no person, we no person, we no person, we no person, and if you don't have the dough, you're a hero. Only few judges are sacrosanct. And even at then, even when they pass judgments, it's difficult for them to be enforced by those who are meant to enforce the will of the court, unless the judgment of the court is in favor of one political bureaucrat. So because of that, well, the previous videos and tweets of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also surfaced. I'm sure you saw the video of Donald Duke speaking how Tinubu, obviously, who attended Chicago and all of that, used his picture on his documents. That is, Tinubu used Donald Duke's picture on his own certificate or on his own educational document or something. And he was like, excuse me, how did that happen? How come the security agencies, I'm supposed to call them to investigate this? So again, if you're alleging that PeterObi is a criminal, is a fraud and whatever, your principle is worse. He's a drug addict, he's a whatever, whatever, whatever. So these individuals on social media are going back and forth and bringing out receipts that justifies their current position as to either aligning with PeterObi or aligning with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So there is that. Then obviously PeterObi actually yesterday or 2 days ago went for a book launch with some PDP members. One of them used to be a journalist and one who was a Democrat, somebody who fought for democracy. And so in his book, Memoirs of a Partisan Journalist, he was a journalist for a very long time and then decided to go into politics and join PDP. So PeterObi and a couple of PDP stalwarts were there. Now, when PeterObi attended that, obviously, that the PDP had said they were actually trying to woo him in, to join them in the party. They feel he's a good candidate and all. Well, social media went agog. They were like, Peter, be serious. What is happening? Stay one place. Make we know where you dey. Make we know what you dey do. Make we know how far. Make we know as one take follow you. Well, some people feel it's a strategy to confuse the All Progressives Congress because they feel anywhere he decides to say he wants to stay or when he identifies or certifies where his path is, will do everything within their means to destroy it, create chaos like what is happening right now in the ADC, where INEC does not recognize the leadership of David Mark, or what is going on with the Labour Party, where the by-elections in Edo State, all the members were not recognized, members of the Julius Abure faction. So there's a lot actually going on. But the thing is, a lot of Nigerians are actually quite interested in the political space, and you wouldn't blame them. 2023 really did a lot, and the APC's 8 years of former President Muhammadu Buhari made Nigerians say, we will not continue to condone the anomalies, the mediocrity we've been condoning in government. There is insecurity, there's poverty, businesses are being stifled, people are not happy. We cannot continue like this. And that was why it seemed like there was a political reawakening in 2022/2023, and there was an uprising amongst the Nigerian youth that said, you know what, you guys have misaligned us, you guys have isolated us for so long, and we refuse to no longer be in the light. We refuse to no longer be part of the system. We want to be part of the system. We want to focus on politics. We want to know how you do all of this, and that is why you are seeing the youthful population really want to know precisely what is going on in their polity, and they're talking about it every day. So in other words, the statistics that you knew before is not what is applicable now. Some people have said it's even good that INEC did not announce PeterObi as a winner in 2023 because he did not really have the structure. The set of people around him were basically sycophants who were using his name to become popular, cashing. A couple of people even defrauded people with contribution money for PeterObi and all whatnot. You had a lot of WhatsApp admins under the guise of putting money together for PeterObi, and they used the money for themselves, went silent. A lot of Nigerians were duped, all because they wanted something different in the last elections. And now with what is currently going on with the Labour Party, the question was, is this a party that would have been in power? Is this how they would have literally ridiculed Nigeria, possibly put a dent on the person of PeterObi and made his administration seem weak, directionless, and all whatnot? So possibly, thank God he wasn't announced. Who knows what would have happened, because he would have had to put persons in positions out of duty and loyalty for the fact that they fought and worked for him to get where he was. And maybe they wouldn't have been competent, they would have been compromised. Imagine having a Bola Ahmed Tinubu as your opposition, knowing what happened in 2015. That's it. Now, APC Chieftain has also said that they're going to gang up against the opposition like they ganged up against Goodluck Jonathan. That is an APC Chieftain now admitting that they indeed ganged up against Jonathan in 2015, and they're going to do that against any coalition right now. Now, another interesting factor to note is this. PeterObi has disclosed that they are building political parties that will be bigger than the government. I don't know what the secret is, but trust me, something is brewing, something is growing. Now, El-Rufai and his son. Hey, my God. They are giving it wutu. No peace for the wicked. That's what they're doing. Trust me, this is my platform, so I can speak as is. El-Rufai brought out a supposed result sheet that indicates that the Labour Party won, indicating that PeterObi was robbed of his win in 2023. And everywhere is quiet. Felix Moka, Daniel Bola, Bayo Onanuga, all of them have been mute. We have not heard peep from them since this man released what he released. The Sun has been tweeting, and nobody has discountenanced what the Sun is saying. Oma, it's almost like him daring the APC, come and do your worst. Come and arrest me, and you will see the thing you are looking for. Because I'm wondering why the presidency is quiet when El-Rufai made the statement that he made, like validating the speculation that PeterObi won that 2023 elections. It is okay, but I want to know what you think about all that has been reeled out. It's quite imperative to know what you think. These indeed are the times. Things will exposed. But all of you that are into the political scene, please be very careful. Be mindful of what you say in public. Be careful of the statements that you make. Just be aware. Follow Estic Media. I'll give you the update anytime, undiluted. Bye for now.